We all know AI moves fast. It feels like there's a new breakthrough every week. But the shift that's happening right now, it's different. It's fundamental. We're moving beyond AI that just answers our questions to AI that actually gets the work done for us. This is the dawn of AI agents. And today, we're going to break down what that means for all of us.
So, let's start with a pretty bold prediction that came out of the World Economic Forum. All these tech leaders and economists, they're all circling 1 year on the calendar, 2026. That's the year they believe AI agents stop being a niche, nerdy concept and become a mainstream reality. And we're not talking about just another app update here. They are framing this as the next huge leap forward in technology.
So what makes this such a huge leap? I mean, we've gotten pretty used to chatbots and copilots over the last couple of years, right? Well, the crucial difference here is that agents don't just suggest what to do next, they actually do it. They don't just help you, they act for you.
At its heart, an AI agent isn't just a program waiting for a single command. You gotta think of it more like a digital entity. It can perceive what's going on around it, it can make its own decisions, and then it can take action, all by itself, to reach a pretty complex goal. It can literally sense, think, and act on its own.
And this difference is absolutely key. A copilot, it's reactive. It helps you get your work done faster. But an agent, it's proactive. It does the work for you. We're witnessing a massive shift from just making our own workflows a little better to a genuine do-it-for-me economy, where you can hand off entire, complicated tasks to your own digital workforce.
So how does this actually work under the hood? Well, it's a pretty simple but incredibly powerful three-step loop. First, it perceives. It gathers data. Maybe it scans all the new emails about a project. Second, it decides. It processes all that info and cooks up a multi-step plan, something like, okay, summarize these attachments, draft a reply, and then schedule a follow-up meeting. And finally, it acts. It actually executes that plan using tools like your calendar or email to get the job done, all without you lifting a finger.
And you know, this isn't some far-off sci-fi concept. It is already happening. So let's take a look at where this new digital workforce is already making a real impact right now across a bunch of different industries.
On a personal level, agents are basically becoming the ultimate executive assistant. Just imagine an agent that sorts and summarizes your entire inbox before you even have your first coffee, prepares a full briefing document for your next meeting by pulling in all the relevant files, and then it listens to the call to pull out every single action item automatically. This is already saving people hours and hours every single day.
In the business world, agents are becoming absolute powerhouses for growth. They can automatically analyze and score new sales leads as they come in. They can generate entire personalized marketing campaigns, and they can even run a whole SEO content strategy, from the keyword research all the way to writing the first draft. We're already seeing this slash content creation time by over 70% for some companies.
And then you look at really data-heavy fields like finance, and the impact is, well, it's just massive. Agents are automating the kind of tedious work that humans hate, like reconciling invoices, conducting due diligence by analyzing thousands of documents in a data room, and constantly monitoring for fraud. And they do it all faster and with way fewer errors than any manual process ever could.
Okay, so the use cases are pretty incredible, right? But the economic story that they're starting to tell is even more compelling. Let's dig into some of the hard data behind this whole transformation. The growth in this market is just explosive. We're looking at projections of a compound annual growth rate of nearly 46%. Now, to put that in perspective, that kind of crazy, sustained growth is a huge signal that businesses aren't just playing around with this stuff anymore. They are adopting it, and they are adopting it fast.
And here's a big reason why that growth is happening. The efficiency gains are almost unbelievable. For really complex tasks, like processing mountains of documents, agents can cut the end-to-end time by more than 80%. That's not just a small improvement, that's a complete game changer for how work gets done. All right, now let's zoom all the way out to the big picture. The total economic impact of all generative AI is projected to hit as high as $4.4 trillion a year. And what's really crucial to understand is that autonomous agents, they're expected to be the main engine driving almost all of that incredible value.
And just to make this crystal clear, take a look at the market size itself. It's on track to grow nearly 10 times over in just 6 years, from around $5 billion today to over $50 billion by 2030. You are literally looking at the chart of a technological revolution as it's happening.
And believe it or not, all of this is really just the beginning. The tech is evolving at a blistering pace. So let's look ahead for a minute at the trends that are already shaping what's coming next.
The next big frontier isn't just about building one single all-powerful agent. Nope, it's about creating what are called multi-agent systems. Think of it like building a digital dream team. You've got a researcher agent, a writer agent, and a critic agent, and they're all working together to tackle a complex project, just like a human team would.
And this isn't just some theory. There are powerful open-source tools out there right now, like AutoGen and Crew AI, that let developers build these multi-agent systems. People are using them as we speak to create these little teams of agents that can collaborate, delegate tasks, and even debate each other on the best way to solve a problem. It's wild.
So this brings us to the million-dollar question. Where do we fit in all this? The consensus seems to be that this isn't about replacement, it's about evolution. Our role is shifting from being the one who does all the tasks to being the one who supervises a digital workforce. Some people have started calling this the agent boss, the person who directs and manages these autonomous systems to achieve bigger goals.
And this leaves us with one final, pretty profound thought. For decades, we have designed everything: websites, software, databases, for human eyes and human hands. But what happens when the main user of that information is no longer a person, but an AI agent? The fundamental rules of design, of communication, even of business strategy, they're all about to get a rewrite. We are walking into an era where we have to start designing for machines first. So, what does that mean for you?